I think the success is something that you do bring value to other people and bring value for the life that you want to live on. And we help our customer achieve their goal. Look at our customer last month. He now have the right for his kids. Like what might be more precious than that?
What if AI could solve one of fashion's biggest problems? Waste. While helping guys look sharp without ever setting foot in a mall. Well, today's guest built exactly that, and she's doing it from the heart of Silicon Valley. Welcome back to the root of all success. I am the real Jason Duncan. And then this episode number 328, my guest is Anya Cheng, Silicon Valley tech executive, entrepreneur, and founder of TAELOR, an AI powered men's clothing subscription service that's redefining how men dress while making fashion more sustainable. She's helped launch Facebook and Instagram shopping over at Meta. She led new business at eBay. She scaled McDonald's global food delivery, and she helped even shape Target's mobile commerce. She's been recognized as one of Girls in Tech's 40 Under 40. She's earned over 20 prestigious awards. She's a two-time TEDx speaker and a best-selling author and an adjunct professor at Northwestern. Anya, welcome to the show.
Hello, hello. This is Anya from TAELOR AI. We use AI to pick clothes for busy men. And then through rental, they don't have to do laundry. So who says AI cannot do laundry for you? Right. So I'm excited to share more about that and then share more of some other like product, AI marketing and other entrepreneurship stuff.
Well, Anya, you've worked at the highest levels of tech at Meta, eBay, and Target, but you left all of that to start a clothing rental company. So, what made you walk away from Silicon Valley's biggest players to solve a problem in men's fashion?
Yeah, I started when I was working for Meta. I felt a little bit imposter syndrome as a minority leaders there, woman leaders, and I led large engineering team. I did came from marketing and data scientist background, so I want to look great, but I'm not into fashions. I don't want to spend time chasing after fashion. So I start trying some subscription boxes like Stitch Fix, which you have to buy from every single shipment, and I didn't want to own that much stuff. And then I start trying some rental company. People might heard of like Newly is $500 million company backed by Urban Outfitter. They started 4 years ago. Now it's a profitable unicorn. But all of those rental company require me to pick few thousand, $100, sorry, a lot of garments, like 200,000 garment, and I have to spend hours to pick. So it was an aha moment for me that I realized most of fashion company are designed for people who are into fashion, not for people like me, just want to get ready for the day and be successful. So that's why we start TAELOR. We offer AI stylists. AI pick your clothes like celebrities, human stylists in Hollywood before. And then we use rental service. So say $100, you get to wear like 10 clothes per month. So you wear them like your Netflix that you move on to the next one. You don't have to buy any clothes, but always looks great and ready for your day night or for your show or for your career.
Before Taylor, you were building shopping experiences for billions of users. What was the moment that you realized that your skills could be applied to something that you would build and own yourself?
I think it was because I came from the big tech company backgrounds, right? So mostly in tech and marketing. So when it comes to the startup, I realized that if I want to do this, I will need to do have operation and finance like side of house as well. I think the moment that I know I can use my skill set is that I do found a co-founder who came from the different background. So I think so. Running business is a little bit like a leading championship teams. If you look at NBA, the all-star team tend to not performing very well, but the all-star team perform very well. The all-star team not performing very well, but the championship team perform very well because all of them came from different backgrounds. Some people do the scoring, some people do the defending. So I think the moment that I know that I can use my skill set is really when I have a co-founder who came from different experience.
Well, you've said many times that Taylor is as much about sustainability as it is style. So, how did environmental impact become central to your business model from day one?
Yeah, so we quickly discovered on the one hand, my co-founder is a big advocate for for fashion sustainability. On the other hand, when we start talking to different fashion brands, we quickly discover they have a big problem, which is today 30% of clothes go directly from factory to landfill. generating 10% of carbon emissions, 20% of polluted water. Fashion is one of the biggest polluted industry in the world. So instead of burning those inventory, now we help them find a new home. So it might be amazing brands out there that is going to get wasted. And then now we, through AI styling, we now send it to the customer's hand. And for those busy men like sales guy or single guy, they really don't care about looking good. They care about looking good to close a deal, looking good to get a job, get a day. It's about the purpose after looking good. Okay, looking good, so my show readership doubles. So it's about that purpose behind. So we help them through our AI styling find those inventory that's unsold, but it's still amazingly and really high quality. And we style them and send it to them. And yes, it's great that we can find a new home for those inventory, but what if they continue produce bad inventory, then the world is not going to be better. Therefore, we feed the data back to the fashion company. Hey, you just need 2 more inches on this shirt, then you can sell a lot more customers. So providing those feedback help them to shape the next year's collection so we can reduce the unsold inventory every year.
Taylor won first place at Draper University's startup competition. So what did that early validation teach you about pitching a vision that combines AI, fashion, and sustainability?
It was actually a failure who taught me. So we went on a startup competitions and we practiced 42 times with formal judges. So I went online, searched them, and I said, hey, you were the previous judge. Can we practice with you? So I did 42 times. And when I went on pitch, it was perfect. But after the pitch, the judge asked me a question and I couldn't really answer at all. It's not because I didn't know the answer I do, but the moment that I heard the question, I was thinking, oh, yeah, the judge practice number 37 asked me this question, which I wrote down the answer in the appendix number 2. I didn't believe that I could answer the question. I'm just a startup founder. Yeah, I have 15 years in Meta, eBay, and Target as a head of product, but I'm just a startup founder. Who am I? How do I know anything? But in fact, of course, we lost it, and because I was frozen after hearing questions. But after I went home, watched a video, I totally know the answer. I think they told me that you have to believe in yourself in order for other people to believe in you, and also you know a lot more. Like as a leader, as a founders, you think about certain topic 24/7. You know this better than anyone else. So starting by trusting yourself, and that's how you're able to convince others.
Building a subscription rental business is in fashion is notoriously difficult, as you know better than I do. But what's one pivot or hard decision that you made that others told you wouldn't work, but it worked?
I think so. When we started, most of people say, "Oh, wow, men, so they just wear the same thing again and again." Like fashion, any fashion company should go to woman. Woman is 60% of market, men is only 42%. So women's will be a lot bigger. But I think fundamentally it's opposite. We found that the guys who are actually, it was because they were underserved. The people usually think they just like to wear the same thing. No, they just don't like to picking, and they don't know what fashion looks like. So they don't have strong preference for style. So they stick to the same style that they know is not going to go wrong. Most of our customers only been wearing 5 brands in their entire career: Banana Republic, Lululemon, Nike, Uniqlo. That was about it. So they never really try something new, and they are not fashion forward, so they don't read GQ. They don't want to spend time chasing after fashion. They don't even want to go to mall to do shopping or even trying on stuff. So but they do have a strong need. So what we found was we are not selling clothes, we are selling the chance for succeed. We are not offering menswear service, we are offering a concierge service. It's like your assistant, your gadget guy behind the superhero. Is more of like your black card service. Is someone behind the thing to help you to be a little bit more chance to be successful every single day. And end up that we discovered is what our customers are really buying.
You know, it strikes me that you've led, of course, product teams at some of the world's most recognized brands. We talked about that earlier. And now you're doing your own thing as a startup. So, how would you compare driving innovation inside a Fortune 500 company to driving innovation in your own company?
I think the biggest challenge is that, of course, the resources is different, but it start with the mindset more than just real resources. Of course, time and money and everything in a startup is a lot less, and big company you have unlimited resource span. But I think the hardest part is actually about mindset. When I was working for Meta, every time I go to conference, go to dinners, everybody want to get business card from me. They either want to do business with Meta or they want to get a job there or whatever things. They always think there might be something that helpful because it's a big company. But being a startup founder, your name card says nothing. It's like CEO of TAELOR AI. Who heard of Eddie Taylor, right? So I start realize that, hey, when I go to like Chamber of Commerce, people treat you differently because everybody wanting to go talk to the big IPO founder. So at the beginning, I feel quite disappointed and frustrated. I feel like, hey, the world is not fair. They are so only care about other famous people, and I'm nobody. But yeah, I found it became a blessing because then now you see who are the people who really want to help you and who are the people who that they respect you because you do truly bring value to them. So they no longer just approach you because you're a business card. They approach you because you are a decent human, because you build amazing company that deliver value. So quickly I found that this is actually better. And by rebuilding that mindset, I think it's a lot easier being running a business in startup. Of course, a big company stuff still very helpful, like logic, how you think about things. Like, so say for example, take a small example. If you own a fruit stand and you say we should put a watermelon outside of a store because it will reduce thief. Watermelon is heavy. While your intern say no, we should put watermelon inside of a store right next to a refrigerator because we sell juice and juice are higher margin. So that means what? Means you have the same goal, increase revenue. You have different strategy. One is reduce thief. One is to increase margin, and you have different tactics. I think the logic of thinking through things, so using the logic to convince investors, convince other people, has been very helpful from my learning at big company and continue to be in startup.
Well, AI, of course, is everywhere now, but you were integrating it into Taylor very early on. So, how do you use AI to personalize style in a way that feels human and not robotic?
Because our AI is style for picking the outfit. So our customer don't have to be like talking to AI. It's actually behind the things. Our customer talk to real human stylists. So our human stylists almost like become the bridge between our AI and our customer. Our customer can get on Zoom call with human stylists. Our human stylists will interact with AI, and the customers can text SMS through our human stylists as well. So I think so to answer a question like how they become more even have more comprehensive information is number one, we do, of course, we do as basic information like people's height and weight, which we don't always use because somehow guys tend to think they are taller and thinner. So the information
That never happens, Anya. Come on, nobody ever lies about that thing.
oh my god, how I am we always wearing medium. No, no, go to your closet, pick your favorite outfit, tell me what size. Oh my god, I'm size extra large now. When did it happen? So they don't know. But we ask some other questions. For example, go tell me more about your fit issue. Have usually sleep too long, the pants too tight, or I have fat belly or small belly, whatever things issue they tend to have. And we ask a very important question, which is their purpose. What do you want this for? Is they don't want to just look good. They want to this for a better life. For example, last month we have a customer say, "I'm going to court. I'm getting divorced. I'm fighting for my kids. I want something that win my right with my kids." That's it. That's a requirement. It's not about wearing blue or blazer or what. Like I need an outfit to win the court at the court. There was the type of example where I have customers say, "It's my first time after these few years, the first time going on a date, and I'm going to this Japanese restaurant with new dates, and I need something that impress my date." People say I want to stand out because I got these new clients and the whole company seems are the same people. I want to fit in. I'm a consultant. I want people to tell me what's going on in the company. So I want to fit in so they feel like I'm a people among people. So we tend to ask their question. We ask them to heart some item like dislike, like Tinder view. We ask them to upload few picture, and from there, our AI and our human stylist does the magic.
All right. So I want to take a break to talk about our sponsors. But when we come back, I want to ask you how it works because I've got the website pulled up on one of my screens. And I know listeners who are listening to this can go to tailor.style or tailor.ai. And it's Tailor, Taelor, Taelor. But we'll get right back to that in just a minute. So if you're enjoying these conversations, I would like to ask you, Mr. or Mrs. Listener, would you please take 30 seconds to leave a 5-star review? You have no idea how much that helps entrepreneurs find the show and keep us growing and find great guests like Anya because her team reached out and said, hey, we see your show. We want to get on your show. I wouldn't be able to find people like her to be on the show unless there were people like you, listener, who leaves these reviews. So help us keep growing, whether you're listening on Apple or Spotify or YouTube, anywhere, tap those stars, let us know why you listen. And now, let me talk about something else. If you're serious about taking control of your business cash flow, and if you want to help create your own private source of funding, you need to hear what I'm going to talk about for our sponsor for today's show. If you're ready to take care of your own business cash flow, to create your own private source of funding and transform the way you build wealth, listen to this. Imagine a proven strategy that is designed for entrepreneurs that lets you access capital when you need it without having to go to banks, without gatekeepers or tedious applications. That'd be pretty cool, right? Well, this approach lets your money grow every year. It gives you liquidity for investments and expansion, and it protects your savings from market shocks. You can set your own terms for borrowing and repayment. You can maximize what you keep, and you can keep your business moving forward with confidence. Savvy entrepreneurs all around the country are unlocking freedom with this method of bank on yourself. Now, if you want to learn how you can bank on your own success and bank on yourself, all you got to do is go to therealjasonduncan.com/bank on yourself. That's therealjasonduncan.com/bank on yourself and book a confidential session with a specialist who can show you exactly how this strategy can fit your financial goals. That's therealjasonduncan.com/bank on yourself and take charge of your financial future today. Now back to the show. So Anya, if I'm a guy and I like to look good. I have, the older I get, the more simple my wardrobe becomes. I have bought probably 7 of these types of shirts, and I have 7 of them hanging, blues and blacks, and that's it. I have black t-shirts that I buy in bulk that I just wear black. I love them. I haven't found the jeans that I like yet. I'm still worried about that. But I like to look good. But let's say I wanted to go and sign up for one of your personal styling curated rentals. How does it work? What do I do and what do I get as a result of that?
Yeah, so simply just like people signed up for the Netflix show. We are like Netflix for outfit. They went outside and signed up for the monthly subscription, which you range but around $100. And then from there, you fill out the simple quiz like I mentioned earlier, and then you upload a few pictures. You specifically tell us your goal. If you like, you get a 15 minutes free consultation with a human stylist over Zoom, and you share with her or him whatever information that you have. Sometimes people share their closet. Sometimes people say, this is my certain type, my taste. Look at my living room. This is stuff that I like. Sometimes people show like I really want to look like this famous like I like Steve Curry's. This is his outfit. I want to be that. And whatever information you want to share. And from there you start getting the first shipment, say 7 items, which you already mix and match to be a 3-4 outfits. So which you can wear for a couple of weeks. Once you are done, you just put the dirty clothes back into the return envelope, which you already prepay. So then you drop it at any post office, or you open the post office app, say 1 clicks for free, they can pick it up. And from there, within a few days, you get the new shipments. That's it. No more shopping or laundry. If you happen to be traveling, that's better. You change your address to the hotel. You arrive at the hotel. You got the clothes clean and ready to wear. You wear whole weeks. After the conference, you put the dirty clothes that smell, put into the return envelope, give it to hotel lobby. You go home without doing any laundry. And when you arrive the next day, new clothes has arrived.
That is really fascinating, Anya. That is really cool. So I guess the worst job at your company is the poor person who has to open up all these bags of dirty clothes.
That's true. That's true. That's yeah, that's true. We do have a lot of protection for that, though. The mask and the protection people wear. The It's almost like you think of the movie. They have the lab people, so wear the suits. So we do have that. So no laundry. And next day, the new clothes has arrived. And every week, you're wearing different clothes. And if you do really love something, most people do. They tend to buy one or two out of them. We all know circular fashion, sustainability is great. We all know buying secondhand is better. But who has time to go to a store? But now it's like try before you buy. You try these new
Yeah,
clothes, wear for a couple of weeks. If you don't like it, return. If you like it, you keep it after wearing a couple weeks when everybody say this looks great and you already feel comfortable in it. And when you buy, you are helping the environment. You get 30, 50, 70% off of retailer because it's secondhand but still like new, and you help making the world a better place.
I love it. And I'm looking at your website now on the membership, and you've got three different three different membership selections. You got 5 items per month for $79, 7 items per month for 98, and then 10 items for a month if you pay quarterly, averaging out to about $96 a month. That sounds like a really amazing deal. Under $100 a month to get 10 items. Now, are those items shirts and pants, or are they other things like belts and shoes and socks? What is an item?
Yeah, it only have apparels for now. We will adding other stuff soon, but right now only apparel, which could be no yoga clothes, no tuxedos, everything in between. So you have t-shirt, blazers, and jackets, like the bottom up, sweater, hoodies, jeans, joggers, anything in between. And we work with over 300 brands. Marine Layer, Johnson and Murphy, Bonobos, all of the famous brands, as well as a lot of amazing international brands. Say you are an amazing brand in Italy, but you haven't entered the US market yet. It's hard that you have to build our company here, doing research, figure out your go-to-market strategy, hire people here, and then traveling around the country. Now you don't. All you need to do is we partner with you, you send us your unsold inventory. Of course, we pick, make sure it's perfect for the customers and high quality. And all from there, you start getting money and also getting feedback from the customer. So which help you to shape it. For customer, it's great because now you can get the best brand in Italy, Netherlands, Japan, Singapore, Australia, which is not available in the US yet.
Okay. Well, let me get into the success idea, because the name of the show is the root of all success. So, Anya, what would you say has been your one key that's unlocked success for you?
I think for me personally is that I have been a connector. I think everyone has their superpower. Mine is I'm a connector. So, for example, when we started a company Taylor 2 years ago, I was looking for a new investor. So we reached out to a University of Chicago professor because both me and my co-founder Phoebe were classmates over there. We got our MBA there more than 10 years ago. So the professor say, okay, I love this idea. I'll invest in you guys, but I really don't know other investor that I can connect to you. But let me connect you to another founder. Maybe the founder will know someone. So I talked to the founder. The founder is actually in the AI camera space. So he need clients like police stations or bodyguards. So I connect him with a whole bunch of people. For I used to work for Facebook when I built Facebook Wi-Fi. So we went to Nigeria, Kenya, Tanzania, and that we had bodyguard companies along with us. So I connect him with those companies. So a few weeks went by, he came back to me and said, Anya, thank you so much for those amazing leads. And we got the clients from there. By the way, why did you reach out to me? Oh, I forgot. I was trying to ask you to refer some investors to us. So from there, he connect us with Berlin Capital, which is early investor of Lyft, Instacart, and another 10 unicorns. And with half an hour, we got $1 million. And that's how we start a company. So sometimes the superpower of connecting people and giving giver scams. I wasn't thinking of asking for help. I was trying to help him, but then eventually I got this new investor. And the same thing happened last week. So I am also in a community called BNI. So someone contact me there, say, hey, this guy want to enter a new market in California. Can you refer some accountants for him? I got on a call with him. I realized he's not just needing accountant. He really need to figure out how to do business here in California. So I connect him with a whole bunch of real estate agents and Chamber of Commerce members, etc. And after a week, he came back to me, say, I got like 10 different amazing connections. By the way, are you looking for a new investor? I want to invest in your company because then I might get you like unlimited great connections from you. So again, that's how we do. But I think for business, the clever business, like we serve busy man because we use AI. Because we use AI, we have lowered the cost because we serve busy men not into fashion, so we can partner with high quality brand that may not be well known, as well as the well known brands, and all of these together, it makes sense in the era of AI.
How do you personally define the word success?
I think the success is something that you do bring value to other people and bring value for the life that you want to live on. Right? So, for example, in my case, that our service do help the world a little bit less production waste for the inventory in the fashion side, getting better data. We help them have digital transformation. Most of fashion company are really bad in technology, but we are Silicon Valley based company, so we license our AI styling, we license our technology, so other people in other country can do the same thing, and we help our customer achieve their goal. Look at our customer last month. He now have the right for his kids. Like what might be more precious than that? And we have customer who were a business person before and want to be an engineer. And for the first time, he got a job interview and then he now become an engineer. So these are stuff that I think we're really helping people. And I think that's how success lies. For me, I also think is that because a connector, I bring value to other people. And eventually when I need help, I don't know who, but I know someone will respond to me.
So, based on that definition of success, do you consider yourself successful?
I think I'm successful. So in terms of I keep trying and push myself to try something new. Is going this company, of course, our goal is to go IPO in 5 years and sold the company. We already see newly like $500 million company in the women's rental space, but no one knows what our startup really become, right? So it's hard to really define that. But I think given that I'm trying, I'm getting out of comfort zone, I could have continued making $500,000 per year at big tech company, but now I'm startup founder. I think that is a success because I'm willing to try. So I always admire people who are willing to push themselves out of comfort zone, no matter it's a life, a career, or whatever your dreams that you want to be. My husband is a chef. He has spent whole his career or life from ages 15 that he know he want to be a chef. He didn't become a chef until age 37 because he came from an Asian family where people believe that you should be going to be a business worker and work in the office and in front of desk. You should be managing and you shouldn't be a chef. So at age 37, finally, he decided to went to culinary school, quit his day job at corporate and became a chef. So I say that's something that I think push yourself out of the comfort zone is something defines success.
Anya, this is fascinating information about your story. Thank you so much. I've got three final questions for you today for our rapid fire close. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right. Rapid fire number one. What's one book that shaped how you built your company?
I like the book Get to Aha. It's written by Andy Collingham. She was the positioning person behind Steve Jobs. So she was a person positioning Apple, just like we know Disney is the happiest person on earth. So positioning help your company.
All right. Number two. If you could have coffee with any entrepreneur, living or dead, who would it be?
I do like to meet with Elon Musk because I know he slept in his factory for 3 years. I think being a startup founder, sometimes we feel hard for life because we used to have a cushion life. So I want to know how he get over for those years.
And last one, what's one thing most people don't know about you?
Most people don't know about me that I do. How I get my first job in the U.S. was that I actually went on 2 months in different friends' house, living on their couches, and then reach out to 2,000 Northwestern University alumni, cold calling them, and it ended up that I got no job from these 2 months of meeting with hundreds of alumni. But then I went pitch to a farmers magazine company, and because I learned through this job searching experience, so I put together a business plan to pitch them to start a new department by learning from CNN, ESPN, other big media company. So I interview their reader, interview the advertiser, former employees, and then with their business plan, I ask them to launch a new department and hire someone with a little bit marketing and digital and media experience. And her name was Anya Cheng. So the founder asked me, like, would you like to be a contractor? My English were really, really bad because it was a time that I just came from Taiwan to the US, but I didn't understand what contractor mean. I said yes. I went home, I Googled contractor. I didn't know why she want me to be a plumber, but that's how I got my first job in the US.
I love it. Well, Anya, thank you so much for being on the show. How can people get in touch with you or your company?
Yeah, if you are looking for holiday giftings, why not give people time? The best gift is time, right? When they look great, feel confident, saving time, their life is better, and a chance to succeed. So go on tailor.style, that's TAELOR.STYLE. And you can use a code podcast25 to get 25% off first month. And it will be a great holiday gifting as well for your corporate employees. And if you are investors, menswear brands, or dating site partners, feel free to reach out to me at Anya, that's ANYA, at Taylor, TAELOR.AI.
And what's the 25% off discount code so we can make sure we put that in the show notes?
It's a podcast 25.
Say that again because I'm not understanding what you're saying.
Oh, PODCAST 25.
All right. Podcast 25. All right.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, use podcast gift, PODCAST GIFT, podcast gift for 10% off of your gift card.
All right. Well, thank you, Anya, so much for being on the show. I love what you've built. I am probably going to be a customer. I'm going to take a look at this. I've got it pulled up on my screen. I'm going to take a look at this. I think this is a really great idea. So thank you and congratulations on all your success.
Thank you so much.
All right, listeners, you know what time it is. It's time for another edition of JD's Public Service Rants. This is where I call out the little things that shouldn't have to be said, but clearly they do. So if you're guilty of this one, well, consider yourself officially put on notice. I'm talking to you, people who clip your nails in public spaces. I want you to know that clipping your nails is a public war crime of etiquette. If you're on a plane, you're in a waiting room, listen, don't do that. Nail clippings are not confetti. No one should be dodging airborne keratin because you couldn't wait until you got home. Groom privately, always. Well, that's it for today's JD's Public Service Rant. If you've got an idea for one of these, send it over my way. And remember, don't be that guy. I want to thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Lister, for tuning into this show. We had a great guest today, Anya Cheng of TAELOR.style. Go check it out, TAELOR.style. And if you want to get 25% off, use the code podcast25. And if you want to buy a gift card, you get 10% off your gift card with podcast 10. Podcast gift. I got it wrong. So thank you, podcast gift. But thank you, Anya, for being here. Thank you for listening to the show today, everybody. And I think this is the first time we've ever live streamed a show. Anya has been live streaming part of this on the show. So if we're still live streaming, hello, everybody watching this on Anya's live stream. But thank you for listening. Tune in again next time when I talk with yet another very successful entrepreneur, leader, athlete, entertainer, somebody who's got a great success story. Until then, I am the real Jason Duncan, and Jesus is King.
Attention business owners. Attention business owners. Feeling burnout from running your business? Uncertain if you're nearing burnout? Take our free 10-question business burnout test at businessburnouttest.com to discover where you stand. With just 10 quick questions, you'll learn how to immediately begin making changes to regain freedom and success. Cut your daily operations time in half. Improve your quality of life and prepare your business for your future exit without losing revenue or profit. Visit businessburnouttest.com now and take the test. Thank you for listening to another edition of The Root of All Success with the real Jason Duncan. If you've enjoyed this week's episode, visit therootofallsuccess.com to access the show notes and other helpful resources. Follow Jason on social media at The Real Jason Duncan. See you again next time here on The Root of All Success.